Hey, Ravings and Cravings here, otherwise known as Ruth Hartunian Allenbaugh, with a new show brought to you by the Wyndham Economic and Community Development folks and food people from all around. I am here, I will tell you, for the second time, with Thomas Nanortis. We are on site at what will be an awesome venue called Moxie on the Rocks. And we'll also be talking about Quiver Spirits. So, welcome today to Ravings and Cravings.
Hi.
Good to have you here. All right. So, Thomas, tell the listening audience the commercial at the beginning, where we are, and what you do in this, or what you hope to do in this space.
Sure. So we are at the future site of Moxie on the Rocks, which will be an all-inclusive Connecticut-made tasting room. And you can find more information about us at www.moxieontherocks.com or shoot us an email at info@moxieontherocks.com. And the site will be the home of our family-owned spirit company called Quiver Spirits. It'll be featuring our 80-proof spiced honey spirit that just launched here in Connecticut. And again, you can find more about us at quiverspirits.com or shoot us an email at info@quiverspirits.com.
When did Quiver launch?
Quiver launched this past October here in Connecticut.
October, so just a few months ago.
We're a new baby, yes.
Oh, okay. And so, what have the crowds been saying about Quiver so far?
They're loving it. They are drinking it up. So we're
Drinking it up. Oh, is that
we're very
okay? That's
we're very
good.
excited about launching here in our home state, and we're already working on expanding into additional states as we speak.
So you allowed me a taste of this, and I like to try to figure out what's in things. So I mean, I could taste the honey. I don't know. Is there cinnamon something in there?
I can nod on the cinnamon.
Okay, and there's some citrus something in there. But for an 80 proof beverage, it goes down very easy.
Yeah, it's dangerously smooth, as Grandma used to call it. So.
Ah, it's dangerously smooth. And I just had a couple sips, and I was just telling you, like, let's open the windows. It's a amazing tasting beverage. Tell us about what you're going to have housed in this space once it opens.
So the concept for Moxie on the Rocks, it'll be an all-inclusive tasting room. Anything made in Connecticut, alcoholic or non-alcoholic, spread throughout all the towns here, will be under one roof. So people will be to come and do a one-stop tasting, as well as we'll have a retail component. Well, people, once they appreciate their tastings, they can go home with some type of special Connecticut-made beverage.
So only Connecticut made.
Only Connecticut made, featuring the breweries, wineries, meaderies, soda pop makers, you name it, it'll be here under one roof.
Oh, soda pop. So does that mean you could bring kids here?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It'll be family friendly for sure, including dogs, because my staff loves dogs.
Wait, you're going to let people bring their dogs here?
Yes, of course.
Oh, and I could just...
Because we're right on the banks of the Hockenham River. We're going to have walking trails, and we really want everybody to experience the site. It is an incredible site right here at the Hockenham River Falls.
This building has been here for a long time. How old is it?
It's an 1870s paper mill that was producing paper up until the 1970s when the water turbine was finally shut off. So.
And tell us what you were doing before you opened up this place. What is your background?
By trade, I'm an architectural historian, so this is right up my alley, restoring an old commercial property.
Yeah, you get to have the best of all your worlds, all the things you love,
yes,
right?
Yes, I'm a lucky guy for sure.
Well, is there anything that would make it any better than it is already?
I think it's cool now, and I joke with my friends that just wait until we get plumbing.
Plumbing, that's going to be a game changer.
It'll be a game changer for sure. So.
Are there? Do you have any chocolatiers waiting in the wings?
I have reached out to a couple of the chocolate manufacturers here in Connecticut.
I'm thinking
they are working on their own state liquor law issues, which I'm hoping to help them because we are, connected in the liquor industry. So, of course, who doesn't want a boozy chocolate? Yeah.
All right. So tell us about the recipe and how long it took to develop and what got you from year one to year whatever when you launched it.
Sure. So this is a pagan drink of Lithuania. It's called krupnikas in our country. It is an 80 proof spiced honey spirit that we've been making for close to 100 years.
Wow.
By our Lithuanian grandparents, and then my parents took it over, and now it's our third generation of booze makers. So it features 25% honey, which is out of a single clover farm in North Dakota. We purchased 7 tons of it to maintain the consistency of the flavor profile, which is critical in any honey-based product. And then it's Grandma's Secret mash of
Grandma's secret.
exotic hard spices.
And where do you put 7 tons of honey, pray tell?
It's in our bonded warehouse here in East Hartford.
I mean, how do you preserve something like that?
Honey is naturally a preservative.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
I mean, there's stories of things coming out of Egypt that have, honey still in the jars and things like that. So, but yeah, they're in 55-gallon drums, and we're going through it quite quickly actually.
Wow.
With our production.
So it was created on Grandma's stovetop.
Yep, in her lobster pot.
In her lobster pot. And then we fast forward to when you launched the product, which was when?
This past October.
October.
And we created the company back in 2016.
Uh-huh.
And it took that long for lots of reasons, due diligence, and then sprinkle in some COVID and all that kind of stuff. But we're finally able to pull it together and launched.
And how did you know that you got the product that you wanted? You must have tasted a lot of product over the testing time.
Oh yeah, my tongue is quite the expert these days.
Yeah, you have
but we were lucky enough to secure a flavor scientist who opened up his own distilling operations here in East Hartford, and he was the missing link to really nail the flavor profile that we needed to achieve it and bring it into market.
And that was what did it, huh?
That was the magic, for sure.
All right, so you have this amazing beverage. You have 40 some odd beverage people, non-alcoholic and alcoholic, who are ready to move their product in here so people can try it. And then you have all kinds of other rooms and spaces. So what do you hope to see in that? So give us a visual of that.
So part of it, we're looking to redevelop the entire 70,000 square foot property, which will be off the grid with the water power restored, to create some type of clean tech energy center. Anything featured that helps promote the environment or small businesses here in Connecticut. I'm all about small business, to help them facilitate and grow into market, and to kind of create that hub of beehive activity, pun intended,
Beehive,
that
yeah.
will look to really elevate Connecticut's small business industry.
And the grounds here are incredible.
Yeah, we're on 6 acres at the base of the Hockenham River Falls, which is a secret nook. I think a lot of people, even in East Hartford, don't know that it exists, so we're looking to really put it on the map for not only East Hartford, but the state.
Yeah, and we are in a large room that has a lot of refrigerators, so I'm not sure what the listeners are hearing, but there is definitely a hum, right?
Magic is being made.
The magic is being made. All right, so you guys get to hear the magic being made. You can't see it, but you get to hear it. All right. You're also going to serve some kind of food here too. So tell us about the food part of things.
Yes, so we are not a restaurant. We definitely want to maintain that tasting room environment. So we'll be working and partnering with Connecticut Small Farms to do small plate pairings with all the beverages. So it's going to be amazing beer and cheeses and meats and wines and you name it. It'll be a really cool rotating menu of, again, the best of Connecticut.
Well, that sounds like charcuterie in the making.
Yes.
Are we going to have that?
Charcuterie, of course. Who doesn't want a good charcuterie board?
Of course. And then we just take our board out by the Hockenham River, see the waterfall out there, which is beautiful.
And maybe you'll be lucky enough to see our great blue heron mascot.
So where did that... Yeah, so tell us about how Moxie got its name.
So I was out one day and I saw this amazing giant bird at the base confidently strutting, and I said, that bird's got Moxie. And Moxie's on the rocks, so ding, 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 double entendre, the way my mind works. So I came up with that name.
That works, and yet we did see it today before we came into the building.
Special appearance. Just
Thank
for
you. Thank you for arranging for that. I appreciate it, Thomas. Tell us also about how you got the name Quiver for your beverage.
So another light bulb moment. My staff laughs at me how I come up with these things, but I was literally sitting in my armchair at my home one winter in front of the fire, and I got the goosebumps the shiver down my back and my arms, and I'm looking at my drink, and I said, I just quivered. And I said, that's the name. So
There you go. The packaging is pretty too, I have to say.
it is, again, this is one of the reasons it took 6 years. The whole bottle, it is a bespoke bottle. It tells the story of our family. So every panel, it's hexagonal in shape for lots of reasons, not only the honeycomb, but the apothecary, because of my grandparents' connection to the pharmaceutical industry back in the day. So we really wanted the bottle to tell that immigrant story.
Oh, I think that's really sweet. I mean, my family came here from Beirut, Lebanon, and so, that's something that would be near and dear to my heart, preserving the history, the culture of the people that I'm related to, and it sounds like it's similar.
Yes.
Sounds like you find a story in everything, I think.
I do, yeah.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
I think it's just how the DNA in my body works, just with the integral upbringing by my grandparents and my parents to appreciate the past and learn from it. So.
What do your parents think of the product?
Oh, their mom is especially. She's loving it. When she goes to a bar these days and doesn't see it prominently displayed, she'll ask the bartender to put it front and center. So this is my grandmother's recipe. So
And make sure it's there,
yes,
huh?
make sure it's there. So she's gotten into it. Yeah, for sure.
So how can I find your product? Like, what's your social media presence as far as finding you?
Anything on Instagram or Facebook, you'll be able to see our weekly tastings. We're at a lot of the local liquor stores, or we have a store/bar restaurant locator on the website, again, quiverspirits.com, and it'll show you anywhere in Connecticut where you can purchase it.
Can I just buy it and have it sent to my home too? Is that
We also have
possible?
an online
do
delivery
that?
hopefully in Connecticut you can find it locally, but if you're out of state, we can ship to 50 states.
Oh, you can, guys. That's a game changer.
Yeah. Perfect.
But what about
perfect
those?
gift.
But what about those 2 states that are left out? What about them?
We're working on the shipping costs
What,
for the
Hawaii
other
and
two.
Alaska or
Yes,
something?
so.
And no international shipping, right?
They do.
Oh, they do.
For
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Well, and the recipe is a traditional your grandma's Lithuanian, right? Lithuanian.
Yes, pagan drink.
And I like to try to figure out what's in my drinks or what I'm eating, and so I could tell. I mean, it's a beautiful flavor. I could tell there was cinnamon in there. I could tell there was citrus, and of course, the honey makes it very smooth. But the other stuff, I think that's all top secret, right?
That's top secret for now.
Top secret. All right, I'm not even going to ask. Hey, is that why you have James Bond hanging on the wall? Top secret? I'm going to have to
That's
kill you?
yeah, that's a cute little game that we play when visitors come to check out our pre-construction site. There is a picture of Dr. No, Sean Connery, the first James Bond, and people ask why is he in a space that's meant to highlight Connecticut. Most people don't know he is holding a bottle that was made in Hartford, Connecticut, Smirnoff. So the quick story is that through the Russian Revolution, the Hueblein family here in Hartford, who started the first ready-to-drink cocktails 100 years ago, which people have forgotten, and eventually they made the A1 steak sauce, and of course built the Hueblein Tower that everybody knows. It was featured in the first Dr. No, and there's a poster of Sean Connery holding a bottle made in Hartford, Connecticut. So again, part of the story, my mission, again, being that historian, is to promote that lost beverage history of the state.
Well, and as I've taken another sip of this wonderful drink, I'm thinking, can you find someone to make an ice cream flavor out of it? Please?
I do have friends who own a ice cream shop in Avon, so we are kind of throwing around some potential ideas for some boozy ice cream.
So if you need anyone to help you, to give you feedback
Quality
on the
control.
process, I just want to say I'd be there for you if you want.
You're hired.
I will drive from romantic Willimantic all the way to Avon just to do that.
There you go.
That would be very. I mean, it really would lend itself.
Yeah,
well.
one of the kind of parts that we didn't anticipate were the culinary aspects of it. So our staff is in love with a candied bacon garnish for the cocktails. It was just
Candied bacon with the quiver.
with the quiver glaze.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's still
That could work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing. Honey goes with a lot of products, so it's really hard to screw something up with it. So.
And it would be an awesome glaze on like a cake or some kind of bakery of some kind, wouldn't it? I think.
Yeah, we throw it into the batter when people aren't looking. So.
Oh, that would be an awesome taste. I'd like my leftovers to go, I think is what I would like.
We can arrange that.
All right, give everybody that's joined us a little later in the show the commercial about the names of the businesses, the product that you have, your location, how people can find you on social media.
Sure. So Moxie on the Rocks, which would be East Hartford's future all-inclusive Connecticut-made tasting room. We can be found at moxieontherocks.com or shoot us an email at info@moxieontherocks.com. That's MOXI. Or to find more about Quiver, our signature spiced honey spirit, you can go to quiverspirits.com or again shoot us an email at info@quiverspirits.com.
Okay. So the timeline, because we'd like this open tomorrow if it's possible, and I'm sure you would too.
Oh yes.
But there's a lot of work to do. You have, well, the beautiful gardens outside. You have the potential of a stage where there'll be live entertainment, right? You have a lot to convert into something. Well, what is your hoped for timeline in that?
Once we go through all the environmental testing that we're currently going through and get all the permits and approvals, it'll be about an 18-month construction period because of the complexities of the site, including reinstalling a new water turbine.
So, we're going to have to wait for a good year and a half, maybe a little longer. But
we do pop-up events through some of our partners across Connecticut, so you can come and meet us and learn more about us and hopefully try some Quiver.
Okay, so, and that will probably be on your website or your whatever?
Everything is, all our calendars, all our meetups are listed for sure.
So what are people saying about Quiver? Have people given you feedback? Have they written it, reviews
they
or whatever?
They are loving it. They are, our manufacturer and our distributor are very happy for a startup company. They're very, very surprised in a good way that a product that took so long has launched very well into the market.
And you threw your hat into the ring and bought this big, huge 7,000 foot, did you say?
We're currently leasing 7,000 square feet. We hope to acquire the entire 70,000 square foot building.
The entire 70. 7 and 70.
It's a big old place.
Yeah. So you purchased right in the middle of COVID.
Yes, all my friends and family thought I was nuts when a lot of stores and bars and restaurants were closing. I was securing a very large venue to do something with. So
yeah.
But I think once people saw the vision, and they're joining.
So does that mean that in your personality you're kind of like a risk taker?
I'm actually not. Yes.
Oh, wait.
But yeah, I'm more of a kind of not reclusive, but kind of adverse to introverted for sure. I'm a bookworm and all that kind of stuff. But through this process, I'm becoming a little more, talking to people like yourself and promoting the product. So I'm getting it over my own foibles.
Wow. So, we're never too old to
learn and adapt for sure. So.
Yeah. And I mean, what made you decide that you really wanted to do this and sign on the bottom line? Because this was a big deal,
It's a huge, I was not looking to open up a distillery. We're just trying to launch our liquor brand. It's the site that just grabbed me.
Fell in love, I think,
I was literally dumbfounded when I stumbled across it 2.5 years ago. So people have to come out and see it. The site tells the story.
Well, and I mean, I don't think of going to Craigslist to look for places to buy or places to move my business into. I don't think Craigslist, like...
There's a big commercial listing component to Craigslist that people use, and I was lucky enough to come across that ad.
Well, I would think I think people, if they went to Google Earth, they could really see what
they can definitely zoom in on the waterfalls.
Oh my gosh.
The walking trails and the 6-acre parcel for sure.
And there's a trail on the other side of the river, so hopefully there'll be another bridge that comes across so that people can come here.
Again, part of my light bulb moments, I want a suspension bridge to connect our parcel with East Hartford's Hockenham River Walking Trail, and we hope to adopt that section of it down the road to help maintain it and promote, healthy activities.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I love the location too. I mean, there are two Adirondack chairs, and I think one of them is calling my name, to tell you the truth. And boy, I'll tell you, I would be sitting out there in a heartbeat.
We all would.
What do you want people to know about Moxie on the Rocks and Quiver Spirits? Closing comments. What do you want them to know?
I really want people to follow their passions, especially with small business. If you have an idea, one of the great outtakes that I want this place to be is a destination for people who have ideas, and because I've been doing it for a long time, so now I can impart as much knowledge as they're willing to take, and really help people launch whatever it might be. Whether it be a liquor brand or a food brand or an artist or whatever it might be, to help bring small businesses in Connecticut to a larger audience.
Well, I really appreciate the fact that you're going to showcase what this state has to offer, which is so much more than I think what most people think.
It's overwhelming if you think about it. Basically, almost every town has some type of drinking establishment. So harnessing that energy and excitement and quality of products under one roof, I think it'll be a game changer for Connecticut, and maybe we'll replicate the philosophy across additional states down the road.
Yeah, I mean, in Willimantic, I have Hosmer Mountain Soda.
There you go.
And
we are a potential partner for sure.
And we have Willie Brew, which is,
a great brewery.
Yep, state known, statewide, maybe even nationwide, and. So yeah, I feel like I have a lot of things to brag about in my own backyard too. So I love that you're bringing all those things together, and then that you'll also showcase Connecticut product as far as what people are eating here too.
Yes. So again, with any small business, and the farms have certainly struggled over the years. So looking to again bring that quality product to a tasting environment, and pairing it with all these amazing beverages will just be it's a no-brainer in my books.
Well, and I got to tell you, I appreciate the fact that there are non-alcoholic beverages available, because I think family life is kind of important, and anything that stimulates that kind of activity where I can bring everybody with me, and I can bring my four-footed.
Yes, we are. We love the furry friends as well. So we're going to be. And again, an all-inclusive,
family affair,
family-friendly environment, because we will have those activities for families. So, we won't turn anyone away for sure.
Well, I will be having my eye on this place over the years. I'll be looking at how things progress on social media. Wow, and they're really progressing in this room here too, because it sounds like it's ready to birth something. But anyway, I want to thank you, Thomas Nenordis, owner of Moxie on the Rocks and Quiver Spirits here in East Hartford, for being with me here on Ravings and Cravings on Good Company, WILI.